Pro- we have Professor Ashutosh Sharma ji, former Secretary Science and Technology with us. Somebody who donned the Science Technology Department 7 years, IIT Kanpur campus. Sitting in his alma mater, Professor Sharma is somebody who is now helping the G20 from the science perspective. And now he will be telling us and taking us through a small overview about IIT Kanpur. This the building in the backdrop you can see is where the IIT Kanpur students study. This is the old building where Professor Sharma himself studied. Professor Saab, IIT Kanpur, your love for it.
Yeah, Amit, I'm so glad we are talking about IIT Kanpur and my love for it. I came here at the age of 16 in 1977, and I have not really left it for very long since then. So I was gone abroad for about 8.5 years. I did my PhD, taught there, and I came right back here in 1990. And I graduated, I did BTech in 1982. Since 1990, I've stayed here. I have built my labs, I have built my research, I have built my career. I have had the good fortune of teaching so many bright kids who have become leaders in their areas.
I mean, these are the kids and they're the people, the different exchange programs you're talking about, right?
Yes, some of them.
And they're students, bicycling, sustainable engineers. Okay.
Then for about 7 years I was away to Delhi as secretary to the government of India, heading its Department of Science and Technology. But you can see whatever that I could do, whatever little impact I could make, both in terms of policies of science, many different schemes related to science, as well as teaching very large number of very bright students, including PhD students, mentoring them. There are more than 30 of those who are now professors in other IITs and abroad. So we have contributed little bit to building up the science ecosystem in the country. IIT Kanpur has many firsts to its name. For example, introducing the semester system, which was something which was not there in India at all. So everything was clearly academic calendar. So introducing such a revolutionary thing as a semester system, introducing the grade-based evaluation, not just percentages but relative grading, and then giving a letter grade like A, B, C, D. That was an innovation which was introduced. All of this happened in the early 60s. So it was a trendsetter. Many changes, positive changes in our education system came in through the innovative spirit of faculty members, the pioneers who were here. The first department of computer science started here with the stalwarts like Professor Raja Raman. The first IBM computer came here in the country. So it has produced many generations of top computer scientists. For example, Mr. Narayan Murthy, many other names. Even the brain behind Google was my batchmate, one Rajiv Motwani. He was a professor in Stanford, and his PhD students actually started Google. So there are IBM chief today, global, is an alumnus of this place. It has produced so many brains. It has produced so much of wealth for the country and so much of name. So I'm indeed remain a proud alumnus. In fact, this is a place I call home. Imagine all the way after 16 years of my life. I have been here and now I'm 62. So it's a small journey from 16 to 62, and all these great surroundings that you see over here, every inch of it is steeped in scholarly traditions, in in-depth teaching and commitment and to research, producing great teachers and great researchers and great leaders of science. In fact, just a few years ago, 2-3 years ago, when I was in Delhi, I could count 10 secretaries to the government of India who were just either my batchmates or a batch junior to me. So in every sphere of life, whether it is art, whether it is science, whether it is technology, or leadership of our national missions in science and technology, this place has created all of that and has made it possible for country contributed to the progress of the country. Thank you very much.
Even the current chief secretary is your batch junior, I guess, in IIT
Yes,
Kanpur,
he
Durga
was
Shankar Mishra
junior
here.
to me, the current chief secretary in UP. Earlier he was secretary
Housing
of the
urban
development. Yes, in the
I see innovation as a very important aspect in IIT because the moment you enter the entrance gate, the innovation capital, it's as per the NIRF rankings.
yes, number one in innovation. Yes.
I mean, what makes it number one in innovation? What is that different that you are doing at IIT Kanpur? Because innovation is what the country and the Honorable Prime Minister has been harping about over the last few years. Research, innovation, what is so special in IIT Kanpur which probably others need to emulate soon?
Yeah, I mean, see, it requires a bit of personal touch to inspire confidence in our students. So it's our students, they don't lack IQ because they can crack the toughest exam. They don't lack training. They have trained with the best of masters and with the best of facilities. So sometimes what may they lack is a little bit of motivation, little bit of direction, and little bit of confidence. So this requires personal touch. Is because of the teachers, mentors at IIT Kanpur that innovation has taken off in a big way. And then it was one of the places which had the earliest incubators for startups. And this culture has been very deep rooted in IIT Kanpur now. It is to do with combination of factors. There are things which are being done right here.
I mean, for last 30 years, I've been following IITs as a student, as a citizen. I find IIT Madras recently has been topping in this, as per the NIRF rankings. Probably you told me, I think I remember it is because of the industry collaborations. Is that the only reason why IIT Madras is now probably going ahead in terms of NIRF rankings from IIT Kanpur?
Yeah, well, of course, there's the metro IITs have locational advantage. Students, sometimes prefer to go in a metro city, maybe better connected and so on, maybe more pubs and restaurants there. I don't really know, but it's very clear that metro cities are preferred. However, that does not mean that IIT Kanpur or IIT Kharagpur or any of those IITs lack actually in infrastructure or the student motivation, the teacher, the scholarly atmosphere. In fact, I would go a little bit beyond all this. NIRF ranking, if you were to look at different IITs, the differences between them are very small. In some departments, some IIT will excel, other departments and activities, other IITs will excel. Really, the difference between them are very narrow, which is why you get different rankings every year. Otherwise, there's no reason for the rankings to go up and down. It's because of very narrow gap between them and how it is quantified. Important question is that our competition within IITs is not in the country. We have to start now paying attention to global competition. It's no use saying, look, I'm number 1 or 2 or 3 in the country. That's very good. I mean, there's nothing we should feel good about it. But really, the differences are very small, and we now have to start ramping up our capabilities and competition to make it global. And that is the aspiration that each IIT should have, and I just feel satisfied sitting on their laurels saying, look, I'm number 1 or 2.
So what you're telling us is that the locational advantage makes a difference in terms of the quality of students. I am sure because, but anyways, Professor Sharma, it was
by the way, I didn't say quality of students. Quality of students is a holistic, multi-dimensional thing. Having more marks in a particular exam doesn't necessarily mean quality, right? So there are many different aspects about quality. The people who graduate from here are as successful as people who graduate from any other IIT.
Professor Sharma, it was a short kind of interaction with you. The former Secretary of Science Technology, somebody who knows science technology more than probably anybody else today in this country, having head the department for 7 years now. He's been an alumni, he's been a teacher, he's been a professor, he's back here. He is also now looking after the G20 issues from science perspective with the Honorable Prime Minister. Good luck, sir. Good luck to IIT Kanpur, and good luck to Professor Sharma.